Welcome back to Father's Favourite Films. I'm sorry Jack's not here to join us, but I'm recording this episode a bit late in the evening and he's gone out clubbing. I was not invited. For this episode I want to do a section on what I'm calling child sci-fi. They often have the same theme of people meet alien/robot and become friends. These are usually light-hearted and family-friendly, and while they touch on some sci-fi themes, such as humanity and sentience, they don't really delve into them too deeply. 1987's Batteries Not Included. Hooligans are terrorising apartment building's residents, so a developer can knock down the building to make space for a new skyscraper, when a couple of self-replicating flying saucer robots set up shop on the roof. This is a nice feel-good film, and the robots are adorable. There's one moment when you get a look at the robots' inner workings, and I always imagine that they're crewed by these microscopic beings or something. 1988's Mac and Me. An alien family are scooped up by a NASA probe, and of course promptly escape and become separated. And so the alien boy makes friends with a human boy. For some, this is on their list of worst film of all time, and others a cult classic. I enjoyed this film as a kid, but nowadays through adult eyes it's impossible to ignore the pale imitation of E.T. and the thinly veiled product placement for Coke and McDonald's. Oh, and just ignore the bit at the end, "We will be back." No, you won't be back. Speaking of E.T., 1982's E.T. A boy befriends an alien stranded on Earth. This is a very 80s childhood film and an absolute classic. This was the highest grossing film for 11 years up until 1993's Jurassic Park, and rightly so. This is just a brilliant film full of iconic scenes, and by far the best film on this list. 1986 Flight of the Navigator. A kid takes a tumble and wakes up 8 years later having not aged a day. And now he and a spaceship piloted by a robot he calls Max must help each other out. This film explores themes of family, and I always loved the robot on the spaceship. The spaceship was brilliant. 1986 Short Circuit. A military robot, Number 5, becomes sentient after a power surge and becomes aware of its own mortality, and must go on the run as the military attempt to retrieve and repair their robot. This has some great moments, such as dismantling the bully's Pontiac in seconds, or reprogramming the robots that were sent to hunt him down to act like the Three Stooges.
And this.
The sequel is okay, but it's worth watching if you like the first, if only to see Number 5 become a badass. What do you think? Do you have a favourite film that you would call child sci-fi and would recommend for Jack to watch? Let us know in the comments, and until next time...
It doesn't get happy, it doesn't get sad, it doesn't laugh at your jokes.
It just runs program.